Hi everyone, this is Joel Veldkamp from CSI, and right now I'm in one of my favorite places in the world. This is Yerevan, the capital of Armenia. And I'm here because CSI has been invited to participate in Armenia's first national prayer breakfast. It's a very big event. It's a very encouraging event in a sense because it represents that Christians in the US and Christians in the West are getting to know Armenia better. And the Armenian Prime Minister will be a main speaker at this event. Sadly, not all is well in Armenia. Since June, the Armenian government has imprisoned 4 members of the Armenian clergy and more than 20 supporters of the Armenian church. And Armenian human rights groups are telling us that the charges against these people are sometimes falsified, sometimes really trumped up. In other words, it's quite clear that these are political detentions. These are political prisoners. The Armenian church has been very outspoken in defense of the rights of the Armenians of Nagorno-Karabakh, who were driven from their homeland 2 years ago by Azerbaijan. And the Armenian government seems to be cracking down on the church because of their outspokenness. So the conversations I've had with Armenians here today are quite grim. People are really worried that we're entering a new age in what used to be a very free country, where free speech is no longer allowed and where people are afraid to voice their real political opinions. And just today, the prayer breakfast begins tomorrow. Just today, 3 podcasters from a news outlet called Anti-Fake were detained by the police in Armenia. Their names are Narek Samsonian, David Fidanian, and Vazken Zakatalian. The fact that the Armenian government feels confident enough to do this, to imprison these people while we're all here, while we're all going to be at a prayer breakfast tomorrow with the Prime Minister, with other senior members of the Armenian government, that's not a good sign. It seems to indicate that the Armenian government thinks that they can get away with repressive and anti-democratic measures and that we won't ask any questions about it. So my message to the other people going to the prayer breakfast and to other Christian organizations that care about Armenia is to ask some questions. CSI has requested permission to visit the imprisoned archbishops and the imprisoned priest and the other imprisoned people who are in support of the church. And we'll be asking questions. We'll be doing what we can to raise the alarm about this decline in respect for human rights in Armenia. The Armenian church is an extremely important institution for the Armenian people. For 1,700 years, it's kept the Armenian nation together. And now the Armenian Prime Minister is proposing to replace its head, the Catholicos, with someone who will be chosen by a government-designed committee. Christians cannot be okay with this. And Christians from the US, we actually have the ability to speak out about this. So CSI will be speaking out, and we encourage you to speak out as well. Thanks very much. We'll have more on this subject later.